My name is William Taylor, and this is my shader demonstration. Upon startup of the project, object data is loaded in from this config file. If a change is made to this config file, it will represent a change in how the scene is viewed. In the room, you can see a world cube, which is the scene background. This uses an environment mapping to have a cube mapped version of the world. You can also see a cube in the center, which has bump mapping enabled, a sphere on the left, which has transparency, and a sphere on the right, which is using garage shading. Of all the shaders specified in the coursework, I have implemented garage, Phong, texture mapping, bump mapping, transparency, and environment mapping. If you press F5, the shaders on the objects can be randomized. Here you can see texture mapping. This center one is Phong, and this one on the right is garage. You can also see ink is within the project. There is a single light in the center of the room. This can be seen as the lighting on both of these objects. If you press F6, you will change the lighting mode to a single light which moves around the room. You can press F6 again to change back to the single light. By pressing T, you can increase time or decrease time, and capital T, you can increase time, shown here. If you lower the time enough, it will eventually reverse. If I flood the room with ink, you can see that the effects on the other items that take place, colouring them blue. You can also move around the room. This is controlled using WASD or the arrow keys to turn or to move up and look up and down. If you hold Control and press the same keys, you can move around the room. There are two stored camera positions which can come in helpful by pressing F1 and F2. This is the front of the room and the top of the room. If you wish to reset the scene, you can press R to go straight back to the start.